Here's membership. You can see these links: view members, payments received, register members, transfers and dual membership. Take you through all of that. This is kind of your database stuff where you look at all your members, look at their information, look at the payments and so on. Over here in membership setup, we have payment methods. That's the first thing I'll be taking you through. Occupations, you might want this turned on, you might not ever use this. You can group your members in their occupations if you feel like you do that. They do that over here in Ireland with local sports, keeping local trades in the community and so on. Email notifications, that's the automatic notifications we spoke about. Ethnic origins, membership types, that's what you'll be concentrating on, as well as begin selling. And in here is discount codes as well that you can generate at any time you want. If you've got some sort of special offer or some early bird thing that you want to get all your youth in really quickly or something, you send that out to the parents with that little discount code. That's available there for you as well. Over here in the reports, we have a fairly substantial financial reporting system. It's all exportable to CSV. I'll bring you through that. For reconciling your accounts at the end of the year, the treasurer usually loves this one, and they're the ones that are usually going ooh and ah for this particular function here. You got your team sheet stuff. I'm not too sure if you're going to be using that. I imagine you will be. Club details. This is, edit your profile, your club details. Fairly straightforward, all of this kind of stuff here. If I go back. So, as I said, the very first thing I'm going to take you through is the setup. And the very first thing that you need to do is create that merchant account, because once you get that done, you can start accepting payments. So I'm going to go ahead and click payment methods. As you can see, everybody's status should read new. If your status doesn't read new, let us know, but I'm pretty sure they do. I think there was only a couple of new clubs to set up, so everybody should be above board in that regard. So if you go over to actions and click this little edit pen. Oh, okay, hang on a second now. My green box isn't on. Hang on a sec. Let's pick another club. Sorry, no. Okay, hopefully this one will be correctly set. Maybe not. Okay, so the very first thing you'll see here is, well, generally it'll say create an account and provide merchant account details. 2 seconds. Sorry now, very sorry about this. There was a recent reset. This is my stage and branch, so everything was reset recently. Let me see. Ontario. Just want to get a new account that I can take you through the first step. I have all the other steps open there. Okay, hopefully this one, maybe, if we're lucky. Very good. All right. So sorry, back to the demonstration. So this is the account, fully set up, ready for you guys to go in and begin and create your account. It should say new, and like I said, if it doesn't come back to me, but if I create the account, you can see the first round of questions to create your merchant account. So this is the SportLomo payment account application form. So you can see a lot of this information. Some of this information is already filled in. Obviously the name, legal name. You need phone number, email, website. Fill in as much of this information as you can. You can see some stuff is compulsory. All right, and you can get away with other bits. Website there, you might not have to fill that in. Scroll down. City, province, postal code, trading address information. Let's scroll back up here. Business trading information. Give it a description. A couple of questions there. Yes, no. Confirm. Refund policy. Now, Rugby Canada does have a refund policy. It's available on the registration site itself as well. It outlines that anybody within a 15-day period from the point of purchase, they can refund themselves or start the process themselves from their own SportLomo account if they've been entered into a team sheet, or if they've gone over that 15 days. They have to come to yourselves, the club, as Rugby Ontario, and there can be a refund put in place. Okay, so just get that refund policy in there. Federal tax number. If you don't have one, just fill this up. so that you can move on to the next steps. Just hold your finger on one of the numbers there and fill it all up. Business name or card and web address. This is for your credit card description, what it'll appear on people's credit cards. And then once you submit, the next phase is your SportLomo payment account application form. But this part now, this next step, is actually creating your merchant account, and this is the private and personal information that you're setting up with PaySafe. So PaySafe is the account, or is the provider that we're integrated with. We've been with them for now since we started over in Canada. Very good relationship, very safe, very trustworthy. This is all of their information. Now, you're putting in your club details, but it requires an individual to fill out this information, because the next round of questions that come back are ones that only the person that could that filled out this information would know. All right, it's personal information about them. So there has to be an individual on this account. Now, don't be worried if people don't want to take responsibility. If there was ever a case of somebody leaving the club, or if there was a fallout or anything like that, you'd come to us. We'd be able to get the security. We'd contact PaySafe. We'd get it all changed up. There's no issue there. So, but just I can't stress it enough that the individual that fills out this information needs to answer the next security questions that come up in the process. 4 security questions only they would be able to answer, and if you get them wrong, it'll shut down your account, and it'll take you at least a week to get live after that. And believe me, it happens. So that's why I'm saying it here at the demo, just to be careful of this particular form. Okay, and you can see first name, last name, JOB, job title, things like driving license number. It's invasive enough, personal information, email, number of years. It's all for security. Over here, this is the account details that you're putting on. So this would be obviously the club account or whatever treasury account the money would be moving into. And then, of course, scroll down and accept the merchant terms and conditions. You can also view that. You can just click on view and go and have a look. And once you click submit, the next round of questions comes through. And that's 4 simple questions that come back that only that individual would be able to answer. Once they're filled in, you are able to start taking payments and start selling your registrations. Now, the final piece is actually coming back into your SportLomo account, going back onto payment methods, and there'll be where the create account button was. You'll then see a send micro deposit, and this is to verify your bank account. So you keep an eye on your online banking. They will put in a small amount between 0.01 cent, anything up to 99 cent, and you keep an eye on it. And once you see that come in, you come back into your account, okay, and you'll just go straight back in to your payment methods. This won't be new anymore. This will be like merchant account created or send micro deposit. It'll have a new status here. You'll come in, and there'll be another green button saying send your micro deposit. And once you hit that button, it'll send it out. Then once you see it come into the account, you come back in here, and it'll be verify your bank account. You'll click in, it'll ask for that deposit. You'll put it in, and that'll be you above board. Then you can start taking payments from PaySafe themselves. So if it's a case you're waiting a day or 2 days for that little amount to come in, don't be worried if you're selling memberships. That money's just storing up with PaySafe, and as soon as you verify the bank account, that money will start shipping in straight away. All right, so that's the merchant account creation. Okay, and if you do get stuck, you could just simply click help, and in here is the help center in the SportLomo membership payments, and everything that we're going through, okay, is on this user manual. All right, membership setup, begin selling, all of those things that I'm talking about. It's all here. It's step by step, the exact same stuff that we're going through. All right, exact same panels. You'll see all the different screenshots for the change of the buttons. I know I didn't go through them all there, but you get the idea when you're going along. It's fairly intuitive for anyone that's set up any sort of banking information online or anything like that. You'll have seen it before. So that's pretty much the merchant account creation. And once you get through that, you can move on to setting up your account. And the next step, I'm just going to use an account that I always use for these demos, BC Rugby Capilano. No ties to the club or anything, but just always use them. Okay, you can see there's lots of links on here, but this is just for a simple reason. I do a lot of testing on this, so we run through a lot of other links. So it's pretty much, it's got the same links as you. Here's your membership setup. okay, and your membership. You can see there's a lot of extra links here and a lot of extra ones here. Membership types are the only ones that you're going to have to worry about. You can go straight in and click membership types. Rugby Ontario would have published down categories along with types to your account. Okay, so you'll come straight in and you'll see all this season's membership types as soon as they're published down from above. Okay, and you know, you can go in here and have a look at these. So look, I'll go in and click under actions, click the edit pen. You can see here, that's the name. Okay, share down. It's tied into this category. There is a season. There's a DOB required here in this particular membership. Scroll down, you can see all of the different fields on the registration form. You can change the descriptions. Okay, any of the descriptions you wish, you can change them. You can see some are visible and some are required. You can't really touch them. They're set above at provincial and governing body level. But if I scroll down here, there's lots of extra information that you as a club can add on. If there's extra bits and pieces that you want to get, you know, like look, here's gear size. If you wanted to get an idea of how much training gear you needed to get for the season ahead, if you're getting all your youths in and you were given jerseys or something like that, you know, you could get the jersey size here or the hoodie size or whatever it may be. You know, there's other ones you wouldn't need, but again, you could adopt these fields as you wish, call them something else. You know, if it's a case you need to get doctor's details for your own club insurance, that's stuff that you can add on as well. Any changes you make here, always click save, and away you go. And look, you can create one of these from new if you want. Okay, you just give it a name. So maybe you've got a special offshoot, you know, a youth elite academy here or something like that, and that's just for you, for your club. That's, you just got an elite academy, you know, team going on or something like that. Then you attach it to one of the categories. So this is youth, so I'll attach it to one of the youth ones here if I can find it. Okay, you could say, okay, this is under 18, so attaching it to the youth and then save it, and look, it'll bring me straight through to the registration form. And as you can see, there's fields attached to this already that have been shared down with the category itself, but you can go in and add on any extra stuff that you need to do as well. So that's how the membership types work. And when we talk types, we're talking registration forms. So keep that in mind. Now, once you're finished with the registration form side, okay, the membership types, you move into the money side of things, and that's begin selling. So you can see there's lots of registrations already set up in this account: coach, senior player. This is where you're putting together your single role or your multi-role registrations, because you can create packages here without fear of creating duplicates. You know, you could have a coach slash player slash, you know, committee member package going on, and they'll enter under all of those headings, but it'll only be one entry. You know, they'll appear on all lists, but there'll never be any duplicates in the system, which is a pro. So look, when the tick is here, they're active. Obviously, when the stop sign or whatever it might be is there, they're non-active. We go in and have a look at one of these. So here's a senior player membership. You give it a name. Okay, you can edit this. Obviously, all of these will be blank. It's up to you to go and create these registrations yourself. Give it a description if it needs it. If this is a multi-role package, you might say what's in it. Okay, so that the member knows what they're getting. It'll default to the correct season. Selling from and selling to is when you opening it. And when you close in that registration, if you need to put a point on, you can click this, okay, and make it featured. And that'll make sense when we go through the actual user side of it and we go on to the Rugby Canada registration page. Because if you click this button, it'll give it that special offer, if this is a special offer package. So over here is the membership types that we just were on. So this is your registration forms. What registration form is applicable to this? Okay, so I could just go in here. This is a senior player. All right, so there's a senior player, half dues, or no, we'll go full dues. Okay, give it a price, I don't know, $300. Tabulate it all up. You can see here's the union price published on with it. You can't edit that, but you have the ability to put the prices on yourself. And then just click save. And that's him saved there and active. Okay, now you can do multi-role packages. So if I go in here and create one from new, and I call this, okay, so multi-role adult package. And this might be coach slash player slash admin, or no, slash referee, say, okay, because you can do that as well. I go there, coach, referee, and player. Okay, and this is the pay highest option. Okay, so usually your senior player is going to be your most. All right, 300, and that might be 50 or whatever, and 100, and maybe 100 or something like that. Now the member will only have to pay the highest amount. So that's the senior player. They'll be in the system under all of these areas, but they'll only ever have to pay the highest amount. So they'll be paying the 445.46. And you can, save that package, or just go available from now to the end of the month. And click save, and that's it, done. Okay, so it's very easy. It's very straightforward. Like I said, it's all step by step in those documents in the help menu. All right, but that's your membership set up and ready to sell. All right, and it'll appear on the registration page for Canada Rugby. All right, so if I go back in here just quickly, I want to go into a better account. Okay, so like back to what you'll see. All right, so there you are, the payment methods. There's the membership types and the begin selling. Now these are the links here. Email notifications. You can come in here and you can actually type up a notification, put it in here, email whoever it's to. Very straightforward. What's the subject? Test. And then enable, and this will send out a notification anytime there's a new registration. Maybe the treasurer would want that. Anytime there's an upgrade, okay, you can upgrade. Members can upgrade their membership. If they're a player and there's a player coach package available, and they decide later on in the season that they want to do coaching as well, they can go into their SportLomo account and upgrade and be both. All right, and if there is an outstanding amount, system will recognize it, they'll pay it. If there's not, because we're on the pay highest, they'll just go through the process and register. You have one for upgrade and you have one for a refund. If the treasurer wants to get notified if there's a refund in place, they can set that up as well. So that's very straightforward for the notifications. We have discount codes. Okay, you can come in here and create any sort of discount codes you wish. Okay, you can create it very quickly. Give it a description, okay, early bird 2019. Is this applicable to registration or the events? I'm going to say this is applicable to my membership. Give it a value, $20 off, once per user. How many times? 10 times. First 10 people that get in, they can use it. And then if you want, you can tie this into the categories. So I could say, all right, if this is going to be, I could say youth early bird membership. Okay, so I'm targeting parents, trying to get it in early. Okay, $20 off. Parents love a deal, love a bargain. So here's the minors, and I'll tick off, there's the junior, and junior membership, and save. Okay, once that's done, you can see here my youth early bird, and here's my discount code. It's a long one. That's security reasons. They are long. Then you could just send that out to your member base, and next year, when you do have all of your members built up, we have an option there of notifications within your administration panel as well, and that'll allow you to mass mail your member base. And so if you create a load of these, you could just go in and get all your youths up in your database and mass email them this code and say, lads, of 20 people coming in here, the first 20 people to come in, they're getting $20 off their membership, just in case you need to rush things for any reason. I don't know. You might have to, or if you're doing one if you're creating an event for yourselves or a tournament in your club, and you're trying to get people in to buy early, you could set up one that's tied into your events, and the teams could come in and they could register, add their players. Like this, it's really extensive what's happening in events right now. So there's going to be, it's a whole new module and loads of functionality. So you'll be able to do an awful lot with it, and that's all part of the system. You're not getting charged anything extra. Anything that's released over time, any good products, you'll be getting them, and they'll be released to everybody. So look, that's the discounts. What else do I want to go through here? Occupation story, you need to go through that. You can go in and have a look at it yourselves. Ethnic origins is the same. So over here in membership, this is my database. All right, so I can view members in here. All right, you can see here's a load of members. I can go in and actually have a look at their information. All right, see, and edit this at any time. Okay, see the payment statuses. All right, if I can see all their membership history, all that kind of stuff. If I go back in again, we have a search and filter. It's fairly good. You can, go by category, go by type, get all of your types in there. season, because you know, as you build season on season, you can get all that stuff up. Everything is exportable to CSV. All right, you know, arranged by date of birth, registration. You know, if you want to see 1 week's of registration, set the dates, email address, gender, last name, first name. Member ID is this ID. Okay, that's that ID. And that's pretty much the view members. The other link that's out there is the payments received. You can come in here. Search and filter is the same. Okay, you can go in and you could actually go in and say, you know, if somebody came up to you in the club and said, hey, you know, I think I paid, you know, and you're like, oh, I don't know, my accounts aren't looking like that. You can go in here and actually group in, where's it gone? New registration, payment failed. Okay, so I can check out the payment fails. And if I see any payment fails there and come in under actions and click the I, sometimes there's an error and it'll tell you what's wrong. So if there was you know, if it was an issue, if there not being enough funds in the account, you'd be able to see that. But generally, if someone has come in and said they have paid, everything is traceable. If they haven't paid, we'll see it. If they have paid, we'll see it. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. So if that's the payment side of things, where are my approved members? Transfers and dual memberships. Individuals can activate a transfer from their own SportLomo account. You go through an approval process. The club has to approve, and so does Rugby Ontario. This is where you'll do it. Okay, you can see these here. They're actually, the status is approved. There's none of them waiting. But this is where I would come, and underneath actions, it would give me a little tick, and I will go in, look at their information, and click approve. And they will get notified about that, and you'll be able to see if Rugby Ontario have also approved it or not. All from here on in this panel, membership and dual, and it's the same with dual memberships. If someone wants to coach in another club or play in 2 clubs, they can get a dual membership, but there's an approval process there as well. And you'll know that because you'll be getting notifications about this stuff. You'll be able to come in here playing around with your account, and you'll know when all of this stuff is going on, because you can set up that automatic notification anytime the transfer is started back there in notifications. So if I go back here again, I don't think there's anything I need to show you on this page. The financial reports, I don't know if there'll be any information in here. Event sales is the only one you're going to have, and payments, these payment ones. Payments by category, backup reports, generally the one that's used. You have a number of variables, drop downs to select, get all of your information if you want. Okay, so I don't know if there's even a date range here, if there's going to be any information in this account, but you'll get the idea. And once money starts coming in, you can start playing around with this yourselves. Apply, and columns to display all. Run reports, probably no information. There might be. Okay, so it breaks it all down. You can see all the details of your payments. Okay. Everything is downloadable to CSV. I think this is the right one to open. Okay, so it gives you a big breakdown, all your monies, you know, everything that's coming in through the system. Okay, and you can break it down day by day and week to week and so on. And that's usually the one the treasurers like, because they can get all of their information very quickly to reconcile their accounts at the end of the year. So that's basically your functionality. Like I said, help is up here in the main menu. You can go in and look at all of this stuff. All right here in this very first link. Now I'm going to take you through the user side. Okay, so you should be able to see the Canada Rugby registration page. You might be familiar with this if any of you have gone through the registration process. Underneath help here, this is where you can direct. Sorry, going to the right one. This is where you can direct all of your members if they're having any problems. You can get us at support@sportlomo.com, or you can get me at ronan.kane@sportlomo.com. But if it's a case members want to know how to register or transfer or anything like that, send them here and they can see all of this stuff. Okay, here's videos I've created, bullet points. everything they need to know how to get themselves registered. And if they run into any problems, we've got a frequently asked, an FAQ as well, that they can go in, have a look at the FAQ. And, I got a lot of inquiries the first year, and I've kind of broken it down into the most common ones. And they can just come in here and have a look at these. Or else you can as well, if you just need to kind of learn the system that little bit more. So I'm just going to get rid of this one and bring you back to the staging branch again. So a member comes in, they choose their province, choose their club. On the left-hand side, you can see it's a club finder here. You can type in your postcode, tell you where you are, what clubs are close to you. I'm going to select Capilano. Now, remember, we had the featured button in begin selling. This is the special offer area. Okay, so they can see that special offer, that early bird option right here, and register. If that's not the one they want, they can scroll down, see all the other memberships that are available. Okay, all I see here is the description. If you want to put a description in there, all the multi-role packages, single role packages. You just go ahead and click one of these. I'll click any of them. Register. So the first step is they create their SportLomo account. We asked them to do this because it's very good functionally. It gives them a lot of functionality back themselves, takes the hassle out of the admin. Everything is digital now. They'll be able to start a transfer, have an upgrade, or do their own refund, and it's all through the system, and everything is followed. Once they create these accounts, they don't have to verify it immediately. They could just go in straight away and log in. Okay, and then go in and verify the account later on. There's the login. Don't mind this. This is just loads of other tests that I did. I'll just go add new. Okay, so here's the package that I selected along with all the other memberships as well, because I can come in and, if I want to get more, I can. But this is the one that I have. I'm going to tick off what I need, this one and this one, and I'm going to go continue. So next stop is the registration form. Might as well fill it in. Again. All right, it's fairly straightforward. So this is the membership types. Remember this, that's what we set up. And I must say, you get receipts. All of the members get receipts every time they fill everything out, so they can, store everything against their SportLomo account as well. All standard questions, long registration form. Upload file or photos, parent information. Over here is the survey. Okay, straightforward enough. A couple of questions just in terms of it's stuff the governing body, information governing bodies looks for. Okay, no. If I go down here. There we go. Hopefully I can register. And here's the final part, the payment side. Okay, they fill in their information. If they have a discount code, they can slap it in there, apply it, and it'll give that discount. Okay, add it all up, and they can go ahead and pay. Everyone will get a receipt. If you've created your email notifications on your side in the administration panel, you'll get notified every time one of these happens. Then once the user has their SportLomo account, okay, they can come back here to this link anytime and come in and register, or come back in and look at their account. Okay, so straight away, association. I have lots here, but they'll only have one, so I'll come back into Capilano. They'll see all the registrations. Now, they don't have one or two. I have loads here because of testing. And if I come into one of these, let me see, it'll break it down. Sorry enough, I got a live one. So you can see, I can see all the payments, all the breakdown, everything I need. Now here's the added bit of functionality. They can actually they can upgrade their account here, start a transfer, or start a dual membership, a dual membership transfer as well. Okay, so upgrading fairly straightforward. You come in here, you can see what the other registrations that are available to combine with my registration that I've already got. Go in there. If it's an added cost, I'll get charged. If it's not, I won't be charged. Continue. And now I've just upgraded my account. And if you have email notifications turned on, you'll get notified when something like this happens. So that's the the upgrades. If I come back, anytime they want to see the registrations, my registrations, come back in here and see if I can have another go at one of these, show you the other bits and pieces. Okay, so there's the transfer. They can start the process. They have to give a reason. What club do they want to go to? All right, request transfer. Sorry, no. Are you sure? Yes. Then the transfer is started. Okay, so I can see it's created. My club has got a notification. You have got a notification, or you've got a notification. So has Rugby Ontario. They'll go in, approve the transfer or block it. You know, if people are blocking it, they can block it as well. But they'll go in and approve that, and then I can come back into my SportLomo account and check the status of that update. Okay, I can see it's created. I'm waiting on Capilano and BC Rugby to go in and approve it. But I have one here that's been approved. So the next step, when I see my transfer has been approved, I can simply come in here, decide what club I'm going to. All right. Sorry, the club is already verified. I'm already going to the club. These are the memberships that I can buy. Okay, so I can go in and just purchase my membership for that year, and then go straight into the same process again and registering for this new club. All right, so everything is online. You know, it's all in their account. They can do it all themselves. If there's events set up, if you, the club, has set up any events, or even if Rugby Ontario has set up any events for members to enter, they can just click events here, and any events that are available to them, they could just go ahead. Okay, all right, I've used up all of my events, but they could just come in here, see all the list of events, click a plus, and go ahead and register and pay for that event as well. And all of that information is stored there in their events as well. Okay, go in here to my events and see all the events that I've paid for before. So me as a member, I can really keep on top of my memberships here, and you know, all of the money that's going through, any registrations that I make. It's fair that they can change their details anytime they wish. Okay, their passwords. They have options. They have help desk here. They'll get their help desk information, but they also have the SportLomo FAQ here as well in their help section. So that, I think, is pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, no. The last piece there I just wanted to touch on. See this little symbol here, the recycle symbol. I remember that being a recycle symbol. That's your refund. So I can go in within my refund policy within my 15 days, as long as I wasn't on a team sheet. Reason, you know, I could have, I don't know, broke my leg or something like that. And then save, and, you know, are you sure? Continue. And that'll get the registration or the refund process going, and it'll all be refunded. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I flew through it. You know, it's a lot of information to take in. So once you do get your logins, just come back into help. All right, and sorry, no, that's the wrong help. Just come back into help and go through this little PDF here, and everything that we've touched on is here. Set up, club membership types, begin selling, all the user stuff that we just touched on there, discount codes, orders, transfers, upgrades, and custom fields. I suppose the event stuff as well is something you need to see. So here you can see events. If Rugby Ontario sets up an event for you to register teams, that functionality is coming soon. So, you know, you can go in there and say use this link and purchase events that are set up by the provincial union. Okay, and you enter teams into that if that's something that's going to be looked at. I guess now we'll go back here again. All right, so to set up an event yourself as a club, you can come in, and the very first thing you do is to set the profile configuration. Sorry, now my staging server's acting up. Now this is the first round of questions, or the billing information. So you just set these to be visible and required as you wish. Okay, you might not need all this information, but the majority of people would put it all in anyway. Click save, and that is your billing information questions for every event that's registered by your members to your club for an event that you've set up. So once you've done that, you can create one yourselves by clicking add, give it a name, description. Now this is changing. There's a release happening that this event is changing a small bit in presentation, but the user manuals will all be updated, and it's the same information you're filling out. It's just the layout is a wee bit different. It's more of a 4-step layout here on this screen. So you can give it a name, give it a description, attach an image, selling from and to, same as the membership. What's this tied into? Are you selling to your members? Because you can tee it off to certain categories. Are you selling to the public? Okay, and you can sell to anyone. Or this is team registration as well. That'll be available to you. All right, you'll be able to set up in-house team events if that's something that you want to do. You can group them if it's a camp you're setting up, fundraiser, competition. All right, how many tickets you're selling in total? How many can each user purchase? Here, available to the public. If it's only going to be available to the public, you just tick it to the public. All right. If you want an installment set up, you can do that. If people are going to sign up to pay installments monthly, they can do that. And then just click save. Oh no, sorry. And I'll go into one that's already done. There might be an event already created. Probably not. Okay. And the next round is the second round of questions. So if you need to get the players' names or the club's names or any of those fields, you just set them up, and that's it. Your event is ready to sell as well. But that's all in the help menu and in the document there. All of the event stuff is there as well. The orders, how to look at them, how to trace them, and everything again is exportable to CSV.